I got about that time. Everybody have a good evening? Afternoon, excuse me. That's good. That's good. John in chapter 4. St. John. Not first, second, or third. St. John. Chapter 4. I was riding down the road this afternoon and saw a church. And the name of it was the Miracle Lifestyle Church. Has anybody seen it? It's right up here. Did they change the name of it in the last 2 weeks? Yeah. Did they not change the name of it? Well, I knew it was there, but I was thinking it was a different name. Sir?
It wasn't a motorcycle shop.
No, that's where I'd live. But I had noticed the church, but I had noted that name stood out with me today for some reason. And I've been thinking, do you know the difference in a miracle and the providential hand of God? And that's what made me think about it, is that when you look at the providential hand of God, I had an old boy that was heavy in getting me to come to Rehoboth. He drove me crazy. And he was an older man. He was a good man, but he drank every day, bad. And he was a super guy. And I'm just telling you, he was a super guy. And he loved me with all his heart, but he felt so convicted. He'd get around me and he'd get the heebie-jeebies. Y'all know what that is, you know. And so through the years, about the first 10 years out at Rehoboth, he was my best buddy. And I heard a big crash one day. I was in the house, living in the pastorum then. Heard this big crash. And went outside, and there's a truck upside down in the middle of the road right in front of my house. And I went out there and stuck my head down. I said, anybody in there? And he said, I am. And I called him by name. I said, what are you doing in there? He said, shut up, preacher. He said, the Lord brought me by your house to let you know that I wasn't where I was supposed to be. And he had a big old hole in the side of his head. He was about 3 sheets in the wind. And so I called and the ambulance came, and got him out. But the moral of the story is I'm convinced that was the providential hand of God bringing him to his senses to make a decision about what he was going to do. He may have lied to me, but he always told me he never drank after that. Sometimes people will fudge. Y'all know that. And sometimes they won't tell you all the truth. They'll tell you most of the truth. So I began to think about the difference. A few months later, at that point in time, I was running every day except for Sunday. And on Saturday, about 10 o'clock one Saturday morning, I got up. And I'm going to let y'all get settled into where I'm going. And I was going to go run. Had my little leotards on, my little He-Man shirt. Y'all know how that goes. You don't want to imagine that. But I was ready for whatever took place. And I ran down the road about a quarter of a mile, and there's a dirt road that turns back in and goes down to the woods. There was a single wide trailer and a house at the end of that road. And you could go around to the left and go around about a 60-acre field. And there was bushes and little weeds. I got about halfway down that little dirt road, and here's a van sitting on the side of the road. Nobody's going to be on that road. But this little van, and it was one of those old-timey vans. It's got side windows and a windshield, but everything else blacked out. And when I started by it, somebody said, Mr. Free. I said, yeah. said, can I talk to you? I said, sure. So I just stopped. We're standing there, and I'm sweating. It's hot on my soul. It's kind of like it's been this week, Tim. I mean, it just sucks the juice out of you. Humidity about 70 or 75%, and 95 degrees outside, and the sun just bearing down. And I'm standing there sweating like a dog. Just sweat just rolling off me with my little He-Man shirt and my leotard britches on, and just rolling down. And here comes this woman running down that road where I was. I didn't feel too uncomfortable to begin with. But when she run up to me, she had one of them little suits on too. And hers was full. I mean, to a large degree. And there was some of those little threads in this thing screaming, turn me loose, turn me loose. And I'm standing there trying to make up my mind what to do with it. You know, and she looked me right straight in the eye and said, can I run on this road with you? Didn't bother me about the road, but with me is different. And I'm standing there thinking of what you gonna do now. Had my little He-Man shirt on, my little leotards, and I'm just standing there, just sweating. And then in my little mind, I began to imagine, if I go down this road with this blonde-headed woman, and she's blonde-headed, pretty. The suit she had on was full, but she was pretty. Going down this road, turn up by those woods. I can do pretty good coming up through those woods up through there. But I got to start thinking about when I break out on South Park up there, and I'm chasing a blonde-headed woman, and we both sweating. Or this blonde-headed woman's chasing me. Now, if it's my wife come by there, oh, it is going to be bad. Or the chairman of the deacons, Baptist women president, I'm thinking, this ain't going to be good. So I stood there and thought about that thing. I hear them little threads saying, turn me loose, turn me loose, turn me loose. I'm fixing to blow. That little van, we finished talking. I said, I tell you, why don't you go ahead and run them down the road? She did. She went right on down the road. That little van pulled off, and I went back to the house, and my wife looked at me, and she said, what are you doing? I said, well, it didn't work out today. What I'm saying is this, and I want you to think about this. Was that the providential hand of God teaching me a lesson? Now think about it. Or was that a miracle? That I can get caught with that woman coming down in the woods down there? That's what I want you to think about, because see, there's a vast difference in those two, and I'm going to describe it to you. Listen to the story. When therefore the Lord knew how the Pharisees had heard that Jesus made and baptized more disciples than John, though Jesus himself baptized not, but his disciples, he left Judea and departed again into Galilee, and he must needs go through Samaria. Now notice what he says, he must needs go through Samaria. So there was he felt the pressure, he felt the incline, the reason to go through Samaria. Now Samaria was, we understand very clearly, it was the half-breeds, it were those who the average Jew would not have anything at all to do with. They were just people that were discarded as far as the Jews were concerned. And so for Jesus to say, there's a real need that I do this. There's a real need that I do this.